Welcome back to part 2 of week 1. Yeah, we're going to get right into it. Apparently, I have been made aware that I was the second highest score, second only to Captain Auto Pick Matt Nielsen. And that means I have to do a press conference. So, in true what this has become, boring press conference form, I'm going to use let Sleeper dictate all the information I'm going to give you guys. Just kidding. I did all this research myself. The best manager this week was none other than Mr. Bill, who scored 97% of his potential points, scoring 116.58. Well done, Billiam. The worst manager of the week was Gary, because Gary's bad at this. He only scored 75% of his total possible points. The biggest blowout of the week, Captain Auto Pick beat Chewbacca by a lot, like a lot. Chewie, you should be embarrassed. The narrowest victory, which still wasn't even very narrow. I mean, it's like almost 11 points. That's really not a narrow victory. But Richard DeGrow, the more handsome of the DeGrows, beat the specialist Chris in the entire land. The highest score this week, as we already said, Captain Auto Pick. And the lowest score was Gerald. And if you look next to where it says lowest score, it has a little shit emoji denoting that Gary is a piece of shit. Maybe is that what that says? I don't know. That's for you to decide. The overachiever of the week, boom, big time overachiever right here, beat my projected points by 29%, and the biggest the worst below expectation was again Gerald. We will re-reference the piece of shit situation. Best quarterback, Matt Nielsen. Best running back, Matt Nielsen. Best wide receiver, Matt Carver. Do we see a trend here? Matt's just killing it this year. Then Corey's got to go fuck it all up by having the best tight end. Best kicker, oddly enough, Gary. Defense of the week. Ooh, Special K coming in with that hot Miami defense. Best quarterback on the bench, Matt Nielsen. So Matt Nielsen had the best starting quarterback and the best bench quarterback. Go figure. Best running back, Brian Spear. Way to leave all those points on the board, buddy, or on the bench. Probably would have won if you weren't such a shitty manager. Wide receiver, bench wide receiver of the week. Chewy, why would you draft Michael Thomas just to put him on the bench and not get his 2 touchdowns? That was a dumb decision.
Michael Thomas. Keep Michael Thomas, not draft.
Yeah. Keeper. You have a keeper on your bench. Who are you, Brashawn? With Ayuk on your bench? And last but not least, the best tight end on the bench was Matt Nielsen. So that's a little recap of the things and stuff that happened, the bests and the worst. But just in case, you didn't actually look at anything else, or you're just listening to this, I beat Brashawn handily. I was projected to lose. I won. No surprise. Gary was, I think, projected to win and got smashed by Andy Brooks. Captain Auto Pick runner-up. Corey beats Spear. And Richie beats Chris because Chris's team is bad. Richie's team is good. Bill beat Harris because apparently when you're charting a course on a river, the Whitewater Rapids, your team just wins.
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
Your team's like, we got to step it up, guys. Our manager's out. We got to do our thing. And then, Captain Auto Pick, highest score this week, beats Chewy because, we almost had the highest score of the week beating the lowest score of the week. That would have been fun times.
Yeah.
Chewy, how does it feel to not be lowest score of the week because Gary's team got lowest score of the week?
What feels worse is that I took Michael Thomas out of my lineup because of that hamstring stuff, and then he was like worth a lot of points.
Carver, I have a question. It's your press conference. I have a question, Carver.
I will accept questions from the audience.
Oh, thank you, Carver. What would you have done if you were the manager of Gary's team? Would you have been able to do anything to save his team from this week's massacre?
I would have drafted better.
Oh,
I would have drafted more like I did. No.
Hey, Carter, I have a question for you.
Hold on.
Do you feel this like, huh, what? You're not gonna just let me ask questions. I got questions, man. So many questions.
Looking at Gary's bench, Tyler Boyd scored a touchdown. I mean, how did you not know that T. Higgins was going to get a concussion and be out and not start Tyler Boyd? Tyler Boyd, duh. You picked up Mecole Hardman off of waivers to just put him on your bench, and he scored a touchdown for you. Start Darnell Mooney, start Kyle Pitts. Who are those guys? You should drop them both.
do they even play football?
No, apparently neither does Devonta Smith, because 4 passes thrown to him, 0 catches.
Mr. Carver, excuse me. We have a question coming from Chewy. Chewy, your question?
Yeah. Do you think this qualifies as like a decent press conference, or should you actually like put some effort into it?
No, this is a shit press conference, just off the cuff. Didn't even realize that I was doing a press conference. But apparently, since press conferences have devolved into just talking about the scores and the matchups from last week, taking away all creativity and any kind of thought put into it, I'm just following suit.
So basically what we're saying right now, guys, is you don't have to just recap the week. Do something fun. Break out of the norm. Do something a little different. All right. That's what we're getting down to. Let's have fun this season.
Have fun, and remember, this league hates second place.
It's
That's the point of this video is you got the second highest score and you get punished for it.
Yeah. All right. So we are done with the recap and the press conference and all that good, dumb stuff. What we're going to do now is a little segment we like to call, Who Do You Think They Should Drop? So I got 2 players from everybody's team that I think should be cut candidates and that you should be looking to pick up other players instead. So we're going to start off with Matt Nielsen's team. Do you guys think that he should drop Devontae Parker or Robert Woods to pick somebody else up?
Ooh. Robert Woods.
I think I would drop Devontae Parker.
I drop Woods.
What for why? What are the reasons?
Honestly, I feel like I'm giving away things here, but honestly, because the rookie receivers were targeted more than Robert Woods was, and they were on the field more than Robert Woods was. So
here's the good thing about when we do these videos.
Yeah.
By the time people watch them, like the 4 people that actually do watch them, waivers have already cleared. So you're not giving away anything to anybody.
Okay, go pick another one.
Other than me and Chewy, and I already know what. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in my case, I chose Devontae Parker. Like stat wise, I don't know. Woods, I hope would get better. Devontae Parker is on a team that now has a quarterback with spasming backs, and I don't know that it's gonna get
Multiple
better.
backs.
Multiple backs and multiple spasms in said backs,
Yeah,
or whatever the problem is. So, I mean, there might be more hope for Parker there, but I don't know. I think I just have more faith in Woods being an actually legitimately good receiver on a decent team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't believe as much in New England.
I would drop Devontae Parker as well and pick somebody else up. All right. Next is myself. And we're going by order of
Ranking.
ranking. Yes, thank you. Should I drop to pick somebody else up? Alan Lazard or Jalen Tolbert?
Tolbert.
Yeah, there's no reason to keep anybody on Dallas that isn't maybe CD Lamb.
I wouldn't even keep CD right now, honestly.
Yeah,
Ooh, shots fired at Andy Brooks.
like I have Zeke, and I wasn't happy about it going into the season.
I have to assist my son. I'll be right back.
Well, Chewy, it's a good thing you have 73 rookie running backs that you can choose from to keep next year.
Yeah, they're not great yet.
No.
We'll get to my team, and that'll be helpful because I need to drop people and pick people up.
So, plot twist. I have like 9 claims in this week, and all of them involve dropping Lazard and Tolbert. So
Right.
they will both be off of my team by tomorrow because I'm going to get something to replace both of them. So Corey, I think Corey has one of the best benches I've seen on our league. I
Yeah,
think with the addition of Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, I just don't see him being as involved as he was last year. And he's the only person that I could see maybe Corey dropping. But like I said, I think Corey has one of the deepest and best benches I've seen. So he was the only cut candidate that I could tell.
well, I guess the real question is, if you don't look at his bench, should he just drop Mike Davis instead?
Yeah, you don't trust Mike Davis. Fuck Mike
Yeah,
Davis.
no. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all these people were pulled. Were just pulled from their benches.
Right. So yeah, I agree with you. His bench is yeah. I probably wouldn't touch it. Maybe Renfro would probably be the one, because you're gonna let San Francisco's situation play out, and so you'll keep.
Yeah, you have to see what happens there.
And then everybody else is definitely active and keepable. Maybe Hines, but I don't know why I wouldn't. So like the real one is to look at his starters and realize that Davis was complete shit, and they played Kenyon Drake more, which is really bad.
Right.
Uh,
All right. So for Richie, 2 rookies, Wandale Robinson, he got hurt, and Tyler Algier didn't even suit up. So do you drop one of the rookies to potentially lose a rookie keeper option? And if you do, which one?
yeah, and the problem is the downside when they don't go straight to like like you don't know how hurt they are. Like both of them aren't hurt, or in Algier's case, one of the other running backs is now hurt on Atlanta. So he will probably start actually at least dressing for the game.
Sure.
But
I like Wandell over Algier personally.
I would probably cut Algier, because if the team was willing to like not even have him dress for the game, just because an injury doesn't mean he's clearly not impressed the team enough to have him ready for a game.
Gotcha. Bill, I think that Bill should either drop Kenyon Drake, because I think that it's only a matter of time before J.K. Dobbins and or Gus Edwards comes back. I don't think those backup running backs for the Ravens are really going to do much. So Kenyon Drake or Aaron Rodgers? Who should Bill drop?
Out of those two, I would go Kenyon Drake.
Well, I mean, Rodgers has already been dropped once by somebody that drafted him. So I would just keep the tradition alive. Just keep dropping Aaron Rodgers. But the real choice is Kenyon Drake.
Gotcha. I mean, but running backs on your bench to me are more valuable than quarterbacks. There's so many quarterbacks that are still on the waivers that.
Yeah, but we're talking about Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, and we're talking
2
about
years ago when he was with the Cardinals, absolutely.
We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, who has
MVP last year.
Has nobody. What have you done for me lately?
He had week 1. That's all he's had so far. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be more of the same. Did you? I don't know, Matt. I don't know if you saw this. Devontae Adams got traded away.
What?
Yeah. And
Who
Donald
does he
Driver,
play for?
Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson don't play there anymore. So,
Oh, damn it.
okay. Moving on. Andy Brooks. Should he drop? This is the toughest decision. Ronald Jones or somebody named Turpin,
Both.
who he picked up as a free agent. I don't even know who this guy, does he have a first name? Nobody really knows. Just says
Turpin.
something Turpin.
That's the 26-year-old rookie, right?
I don't know.
For Dallas, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yes, for Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both like Chewy said. I'd get rid of both.
That is the
I picked
correct
up-
answer.
I
That's the
had
correct
Turpin in another league, but in that league you get return yards. So he had some value.
Mm,
But I dropped him too, or will be dropping.
super gross. This is what happens when Andy picks players instead of letting the computer do it for him. He picks up somebody named Turpin.
I don't think that's correct. I think Andy made that move after the draft.
That's
didn't
what
he?
he's saying.
That's what I'm
Andy
saying.
picked it.
Oh,
Andy, this is what happens when he doesn't let. He should let the computer
Do
auto
his waivers.
draft waivers. Yeah,
yeah, just whatever the highest trends are, Andy, just take those guys.
he probably thought Turpin was a kicker. All right, moving on to Special K. Special K doesn't need to drop anybody because he's got an open roster spot and just like, I'm just gonna sit here with an open roster spot and not pick anybody up because
And fight over people in the waivers instead
my
of getting
team
ahead
is
of
my
time.
team is so good. I just want to leave an open roster spot. So Chris, don't drop anybody. Just pick up a player.
Turpin, he'll be on the pickup list.
Go do it. Brashawn. So I wrote this before Matt, you gave us that pearl of wisdom about Alvin Kamara might be hurt. But I wrote that what's the guy's name? Mark Ingram or Kenny Galladay?
KG.
Oh,
But
God.
even before I knew the Ingram stuff, like the Kamara stuff, I would go KG.
Yeah, that guy's not trying.
Yeah, he's super bad at football.
And if he does try, he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. All right, for Mr. Spear, I was really touting his pickup last week of Sony Michel, and I thought it was a really good pickup. And now I think he's a major cut candidate. So should he cut Sony Michel or Hassan Haskins? Do you know who Hassan Haskins is?
Yes, he's the running back for Tennessee.
I
Yeah,
noticed
nobody.
he has no stats.
Fourth string? I think he's fourth string.
Is he that far back?
I mean, he's either fourth or tied for third with Julius Chestnut.
He shows up listed as third in the sleeper. If you click on him, he's at least listed as a running back.
Where
And
is
so-
Michelle even at now? I
Who?
don't even know.
Chargers.
Chargers. He did get 7 carries.
How many yards?
13, 12, sorry. I almost gave him a yard. I don't know. What did Austin Eckler do that game? It's still better because of all the receptions, but
So Sony Michelle or Hassan Haskins, who should Brian drop?
Haskins.
Yeah, we'll go Haskins.
That's the correct answer. Matthew Harris. Ooh,
I already know one of them. Can I guess?
sure.
All right. One of them, I believe, is going to be my rookie, Kenneth Walker.
Absolutely, because he sucks asshole.
And my other one is going to be Justin Fields.
Oh, look at you, 2 for 2. You already know that those two are trash. You should not be keeping a second quarterback on your bench because there's plenty that are better on the waiver wire. And Walker might be good next year, but you already have Breece Hall as a rookie keeper. And Ken Walker is not going to be better than Breece Hall. So you're going to keep Breece Hall as your rookie keeper anyway. So cut that piece of trash and let Corey pick him up. Corey, you can pick him up and drop Jeff Wilson or whoever. He doesn't have Jeff Wilson, but
I will say that I actually do have him as one of my cut candidates this week on my waiver wire. So there you go. And I'm also getting rid of my kicker, Chewy.
Sweet.
you don't want a hurt kicker or a cut kicker on your team?
Nah, I figured I should have a kicker who actually kicks.
Yeah, he has a teamless kicker.
Bold strategy, Cotton. And now, Chusif for Ms. True. Do you want to guess my two cut candidates for you as well?
I'm gonna guess one is probably Dobbs.
Nope.
Nope.
I think that you should keep Dobbs. I think he showed a lot of promise in the offseason. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to quickly find that Christian Watson sucks ass. Sammy Watkins sucks ass. Alan Lazard is not as good as they think he is. He didn't throw to Randall Cobb like at all, which made me lose bets. So I think Dobbs is actually going to be probably his best receiver by the end of the year.
Well, if that's the case, then the problem, I know some of the suggestions, but I have a harder time with them. Cook did the worst, so he would be the obvious choice there. Because getting one carry and fumbling it is a bad sign.
Is that bad?
It's bad. Not to mention Buffalo still commits to no running back because they play Singletary. He looks good. Then they put in Zach Moss.
And Zach Moss, Harris, go after him. This is like the year you thought he was going to have last year.
He's still available. I saw him in waivers.
Ooh.
He's there. I seen him.
Zach Moss, definitely better than Ken Walker.
I don't know who the second one is. It might be MVS or it could be, problem is the handcuff. It would be White would be the other choice because he's just a handcuff.
I'm going Gage, man. I think when Godwin's healthy, you got Godwin and Mike Evans and Julio Jones and Leonard Fournette that are all going to be above Russell Gage in the pecking order, I think. I just don't see Russell Gage before when Godwin was going to be hurt into like week 6 and they didn't have Julio. Gage was a smash, but things have changed and I just don't see him having the season that they thought he was going to.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is Godwin's hurt again.
Yep.
Ish.
But if you came in kind of ish hurt and kind of went out ish hurt some more, you're not doing great as the start of a season. So
Hey, what was Gage's line? How many catches and targets?
2 for 2, 100% catch rate,
How many yards?
13.
All right. And that was when Godwin went out hurt in like the first or second quarter.
Yeah.
Anyway, you do you. Last but also least is Gary. Probably a surprising cut candidate I have
Patrick,
is
no, he doesn't have Patrick. Never mind. Who?
Tyler Lockett. I just don't think that Geno Smith and even the Seattle offense has enough juice to support Tyler Lockett.
Did you not see Seattle ride last night?
I mean, I know they won technically. I feel like
No,
everybody lost in that game. But yeah, Tyler Lockett, I just don't see him. Now, granted, this is just the options that there was on the bench, right? But Tyler Lockett or KJ Osborne are my two cut candidates for Gary.
I'd go KJ before Lockett, personally.
So you prefer the two people that play versus Zach White, who didn't do anything, and Cam Akers, who got 3 carries and did nothing.
Is it Zach or is that
You mean Zamir White?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw a Z and chose a name. Named him myself.
So Cam Akers, I do believe over the course of the season is going to be very, very valuable. And
He should
Zamir
be.
White is supposed to be the
Future.
incumbent to Josh Jacobs next year. So I
Right.
think Gary's keeping him as a potential rookie keeper for next year. So, looking towards the future on that one. That's why I didn't have that.
But at some point, he has to play to be worth keeping.
False. I disagree.
I'm getting rid of Osborne. That's me.
So, I mean, if Adam Thielen goes down, KJ Osborne is a huge win in that Minnesota offense. We already
But
talked
if
about
Geno
they want to
Smith
throw
goes
the ball.
down, then Drew Lock comes in.
Fair. That's a fair point. Fair, very fair point. All right. Well, do you guys have anything that stood out to you from any of the matchups this week? Like big surprises?
I wouldn't say like I mean a 12th round, was it 12th or 13th or something like that, 11th? I don't even freaking know anymore. Justin Jefferson going off like that was a great pick. Whoever that was. No, there was nothing that like, I mean, Burrow throwing 4 interceptions and a fumble, that sucked for me. I don't think it's going to be his season this year. At least I'm hoping so anyways. But no, I mean, nothing that was just like shocking. I was just a lot of disappointment for week 1, but it's week 1, so I'm not like freaking out yet.
I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was, but
I didn't like I said last week, I didn't think Chris's team was good anyway, but man, to potentially lose his 2 keepers in week 1 in Najee and Elijah Mitchell. Well, Elijah Mitchell's already on the IR, and we don't know what's going to happen with Najee. And then Gary, his 2 keepers, not showing up at all either. Those were big surprises to me. Were you guys surprised that Brashawn's 17 wide receiver strategy didn't work out?
Not at all.
No.
Chewy, were you?
no.
You might want to draft a running back that is actually a starter on the team.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair though, to Brashawn's credit, if Melvin Gordon would not have fumbled, he would have had a touchdown there. Just saying, at the 1 yard line. But it is what it is.
It is. Yes, very true. All All right, we've already done our predictions for next week.
Yeah.
Any other pearls of wisdom from the former champions?
Yeah, just do better, guys. Just in general, just in life. Do better.
Look, I will say that there are lots and lots of good people on the waiver that should be picked up this week. That's a good one. Over under 9 players picked up off the waivers.
Ooh. For what? What's the penalty?
Shot or chug.
9? Oh gosh.
And we're talking actual waivers. So whatever happens first thing in the morning, everybody put all these moves in, not actual free agent moves after the fact.
Correct. When waivers clear tomorrow, over under 9 people get picked up.
I'll say over. I'm going for 3 myself, so I'll say over.
That's the thing. It's like, it's less than one person per team, and most people took a couple flyers, so they should have somebody to drop. Seems like over would be the choice. My only concern is the amount of people just trying to pick up the same 8 people, but
Exactly. Okay. How about this one? Over under 6 league members get a new player.
half the league or over 6, so more than half the league actually.
I'm gonna say no.
I'll go with yes.
Okay, so we'll do it on this. Did you both say, did you do different answers on the 9?
Think we both technically took over. Because Matt said over and I said over seems likely because I'm a little worried, but I think it's still over.
Okay, so if it's under, no, if it's over, I'll take a shot or chug. If it's under, meaning you guys are wrong, you guys do a shot or chug.
Yep.
And then on the other one, the over under 6, one of you took over, one of you took under. Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess I would have to, if I went over 9, I would have to go with the other, right?
You can do whatever you want.
I'll go with Chewy. I'll stay with over then. I'll go with Chewy.
Okay, so if it's under, then you guys do a shot and chug. If it's over, I do a shot or chug.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
I'm adding this to the bet tab of Carver's got under on over 9 waivers. And Harris and I have the over 9 waivers.
And I have the under on 6 league members, and you guys have the over on 6 league members.
Right.
Obviously, if the 9 or the 6 hits, it's a push. Nobody does anything.
Yep.
Makes sense. Cool.
Over. And then you were
Man,
with Chewy.
Special K is going to have to step his bet game up because we're just taking bets off of bets in this videos.
Speaking of which, I actually, so you just first I gotta get that clarified. So you took the under 6-2, Carver?
I just went opposite of what you guys did because you both did the same on both things. So I just went the other side.
All right. Okay. All right. I actually plan to beat Chris's total of 100 bets of last year. That's gonna be my goal, is so that he doesn't even have that title anymore. Because the other fun thing of, even though he had that title, we do the weekly picks. And if the weekly picks weren't counted as one for the whole week, if you count each shot or chug bet as a bet, our weekly picks, we would get 70 more bets just in the 14 weeks that we did that.
Ooh, you know what? Chewy, you know, it'd be interesting to track, and I know this is just more work for you.
How many drinks you did?
Total beers and or shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that. Like, I would love to know the amount of fatty liver or cirrhosis I should be expecting.
All right, we got less than a minute, so we're just going to close this up right here. If you're still watching or listening, that probably means your name is Brashawn or Gary. Appreciate
Sean, your comments are gold. I
Yeah,
finally did
Sean,
them.
you're the man for leaving comments. I challenge anybody to leave more comments than Brashawn.
Shot or chug if you do.
Because
Yeah,
Sean is commenting on himself at this point.
like I said, what we already said, right? Shot or chug by me for every comment left.
Oh,
So,
geez.
no, every person that leaves a comment, not
Oh,
every comment left, every person.
okay.
But with that, have a good week, and we'll see you guys in the